Okay, guys, welcome to the first episode of Let's Get Footy. We are so excited for this. We've been talking about doing this for quite a while now, and it's
Yep.
finally happening. We've got our kits on, and we are ready. Chris, how are you, my brother? You are
Um,
a legend, and I'm excited to be doing this with you, man.
likewise, Tommy. What's crazy, Tommy, is that we met not because of the football, but
No,
because of the paranormal.
the paranormal
So
brought us together.
together, yeah. So Tommy hosts Let's Get Freaky, and I host The Wandering Road. It was like I think it was December or something, right?
Yeah, I
We
think so.
started, yeah, we did an episode together, and before we actually recorded the episode, we talked for like 45 minutes beforehand. 'Cause I think I might have had a Liverpool top on at the time.
hmm
I think I
Yeah,
did.
I
And
think
then
every time I've seen you, you've had a Liverpool top on.
yeah, yeah, and then we got to talking about the football, and you're a Leyton Orient fan, so
hmm
we just started talking about that, talking about the league and stuff. We had it's funny. It's funny how, like, all this stuff started.
Yeah, man.
And then did the recording of the show. It was a blast. We went for almost 2 hours. We went on your show. That was 2.5 hours. You came back to ours. That was another 2.
Mhm.
Went back on yours for another 2. And
Yeah.
we were like, we have great conversations with the paranormal. We had some really good discussion offline about football for
Yep.
any American listeners, soccer. Because I
Ooh.
am from the United States. uh, but we were like, what the hell? Let's
Yeah,
see what
man.
happens.
Absolutely,
So we're
absolutely.
here. So we're
And here
here.
we
I'm
are. Here
excited. I'm excited because there's only like 2 people I can talk football with around here, and it's all via text message because they don't live local to me anymore. So
Oh, okay.
yeah,
Would
it's
would you say soccer is growing in the US? Would you say it's I know it is
uh,
growing, but would you say it's getting bigger and bigger?
I would say definitely since Messi came over to Inter Miami.
Mhm.
So I think Messi's down there, Suarez is down there, Busquets is down there. Who else is down there? Alba's down there. I don't really watch MLS.
Mhm.
I'll catch it sporadically if I can, mostly because it used to be on local television, but now it's paywalled behind Apple.
Really?
They fucking paywall everything with the streaming service.
Yeah,
Well, I was just
absolutely.
telling you about that before we started recording. Like,
Mhm.
if you wanna watch any game, you gotta pay this service, that service, this service, that service. It's the same for you guys. You gotta pay TNT, you gotta pay Sky, you gotta do this, you gotta do that, and you gotta
Yeah.
pay Prime. It's
Mhm.
like it never ends. But
Yeah.
I
And
would
that's what
say it's growing, though. I would say it's growing because 'cause you'll see more people with football tops on around here.
Mhm.
You have some interesting teams. Dude, I
Any
saw
Leyton Orient? Any Leyton Orient fans in the
no,
US?
I have not seen a Leyton
Not yet.
Orient one, but I saw a Hull City.
Really?
Yes.
Was that in New York?
No, that was, here in Pittsburgh.
Oh, sorry, yeah, you're in Pittsburgh. I don't
Yeah,
know why I thought New York. You used to be from New York.
I lived in New York.
You lived in
Yeah,
New York.
yeah. So as far as
Okay.
MLS goes, if, NYCFC is on TV, I'll watch them
Mhm.
just because of the New York thing. I
Yeah.
know they're part of, like, City's group, but I don't like Red Bull.
I need to send you an Orient top. I'm gonna send you one over so
Okay.
Pittsburgh can have an Orient kit walking around. That's what
Yeah,
it needs. I know
yeah.
there is fans in the US. I know 'cause, we have got a good connection with the US Leyton Orient. With our chairman who kinda saved the club, Nigel Travis,
Mhm.
he's from the UK, but he's based in the US, and Kent Teague is a Texan from the US, and they kinda came together and saved the O's from going under. We were gone, man. We were so close to being no more.
Yeah.
And uh, Nigel Travis he was the Dunkin' Donuts CEO, and there was this huge connection between Dunkin'
Oh, it's
Donuts and
always
the
Dunkin'
O's, and
Donuts.
yeah, they they made Orient donuts and stuff, and yeah, so yeah, we've got a big support in the US, and our new investors are from the US as well. So
Yeah,
yeah,
you
we
find
should be
that a
great.
lot, man. You find that a lot with the most recent rise of Wrexham, how they like
Mhm.
shot
Oh
up
man,
from where were they? Were they League Two or were they like in
they were the
the,
conference.
the
Yeah.
conference and they just kept going up?
Mhm.
Seems like the championship caught up to them though. That's not been an easy ride for them.
No, I mean they could still do it. They could still end
Yeah,
up in the Premier League next year. But I mean, it's been amazing what they've done. You know, Ryan Reynolds. I know they pumped a lot of money in, which is what you really need to do
they do,
in
yeah.
football. But they've done well, man. And I have to say, like everyone loves Wrexham now. Like it's like everyone's like second team in a way. So many people say, "Oh, I want to see Wrexham in the Prem." And I'm like, "What about the O's, man? I want to see the O's in the Prem. Come on."
You're gonna laugh at me. You wanna know what my, like, 2nd division team is?
Yeah, I know what it is,
It's so
but
sad. Okay, listeners and people watching, it's so sad. It's Derby County. I just
yeah,
like their logo. It's cute. It's the
the little
ram.
ram. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I have one of their kits. It's the Adidas one. I think it doesn't have the patches on it, but it's back
Mhm,
when Adidas used to do, like, all of that, like, soft material on the
mhm,
logo. I think it's from when they were in the top flight. I'll have to double check.
mhm.
If not, it might have been, like, a couple years later when they still had Adidas. Um, but the kit is really nice. It's
They've
really
got.
nice. I'll have to show it to you.
They're doing quite well now, right? They're looking good. I think they're in a good position.
They're 8th.
They're right. Okay, okay. Can
Yeah.
still make the playoffs. There's still time as we
Yeah.
record this episode.
I had high hopes for them when the Lampard was there, like, they were doing really well, and Chelsea came in and just freaking took them.
Yeah, and they
And
might
then
come
his
back. Chelsea
he
might come back. The way things are going, they
Yeah.
might come back, Frank.
Yeah, they're not
We're
doing too
sorry.
well. They're not doing too well. I know we're rambling a bit. We had an agenda that we wanted to
Yeah,
cover today.
this
We
is
we
what I
really
do.
did.
I always
Yeah,
ramble.
yeah. But Tommy, do we wanna share our first kits that we have?
Yes, absolutely, man.
You have an
Absolutely.
absolute classic from back in the day.
Okay, are you ready for this one? This is a beautiful kit. Now, this, as far as I'm aware, I probably did have other Orient tops when I was little, but this was the first kit that I ever like. The first, and I had the full kit as well. I had the socks, the shorts. I had the full shebang. Here it is, man.
That's a beauty.
Bringing the heat.
That is a
Uh,
beauty.
on the back, the O's.
The O's.
Lovely kit, man. I love this kit. So I've had
Oh,
this.
man.
This was 93. I got this. So it's 32 years old. I was 6 years old,
Jeez.
and doesn't fit me anymore, like most of my kits right now. But the make is Bukta, which I'm not even sure if that was Bukta, I think. And I don't even know what that is. I don't know if they're
Is
still going.
yeah,
Sorry if they're not, if they are. But yeah, I love this kit, man. It's very special to me. And
yeah.
I had every kit growing up as a kid. And unfortunately, I haven't got any of them anymore apart from this one. So this is in lock and keep. I'll never let that one go.
Yeah.
Where's
The
yours,
one
bro?
that I have right here, it's like the holy grail. So it's one of the first kits that I got when I started supporting Liverpool over a decade ago. I started supporting them when we were complete ass. So like
When you had Lambert up front,
they
was
were,
that?
they were crap. We were bad. It was torture. But what I have here is right after we won the UEFA Champions League.
Look at that, 5 stars on there.
The main man, Stevie
Stevie
G.
G, yes,
Yes.
what a player.
I
Yeah.
know. I know. It's a damn shame just because so when you win a league title, it is a team effort.
Mm-hmm.
There are rare instances, I think, where one player drags them over the line.
Mm-hmm.
Some people can argue that, and I will support them, last season, that without Mo and his swan song, I think, before he kind of declined this season, he kind of dragged us over the line. Him, Virgil, Ali, Robertson, and other players around them. But every now and then you'll have that one team that it's like, okay, they're good, but there's that one standout that always drags them over the line. And
Mm-hmm.
if it's in a cup final, it was the man right here.
Stevie G, absolutely, man, and he always scored bangers. A
Always.
lot,
Always. I don't know a lot of there's so many goals you can pick out from his career. It was that one screamer when he had the skinhead look. I think it
Mhm.
was, like, in 2000, against United, that he just smacked it, and it just went off of the post and in.
Yeah.
That one was great, but I'd have to say my favorite one that is not a cup final goal, it was towards the end of the '04-'05 season where there was speculation of him potentially going to Chelsea. A lot of people don't remember that,
It
that
got
he was
close, right?
close to going to Chelsea, yeah.
Yeah.
There's a rumor that the local mafia
Yes.
and the gangsters in Liverpool threatened to break his legs or something,
Yeah.
and then he U-turned. I don't know how accurate that is.
Yeah, no,
Um,
that was a talking point, you know, there were people saying that he was getting
yeah, but
threats.
you
Yeah.
remember that goal that he scored against Middlesbrough?
Oh
Where
my
it
god.
just, like he takes it off his chest, and he's, like, towards the right side of the midfield, and he just smacks it in, it curls in.
Yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful
Yeah.
goal. I
Yeah.
he has so many screamers, like, the dude could strike a dead ball like no other.
Mhm. Mhm.
It just the pace and power,
Yeah.
but
Incredible player, man.
incredible player, but I think Roberto Carlos's left foot has anyone beat with pace and power
Mhm.
when it
Yeah.
comes to striking a ball.
Are you happy that the gangsters of Liverpool stopped him making that move?
Yes. Yes. Selfishly,
We
yes.
don't condone violence, but,
No, we
you
don't.
do hear I've known footballers as well that have had threats, you know, and
R
and
yeah.
literally and it sometimes in the smaller leagues as well, you know, like League One, Championship, you know, some fans are wild. They're
Yeah.
crazy. You know, this is yeah, and they death threats is wild to it's wild to hear that you'd get a death threat, but it happens, man. It's
Even
quite
now with social media,
oh,
it's like
yeah.
you
Yeah.
like a player will miss a penalty in a non-consequential game, and it's just they just pile on them, and it's
Yeah.
I'm like, "That can't be healthy."
Yeah, if I was a player, I would not be on social media watching what people are saying because it's just so negative, man. They must all. I don't know why they look. I wouldn't look. I wouldn't entertain it. You know.
No, I'd be I'd be like one of those players who the hell was it that plays for Arsenal? It's like Ben White, he doesn't do anything related to football
Yeah, he
outside.
doesn't like
He
football.
treats yeah, no. It's just a job for him, which is crazy.
It is crazy. Yeah.
It's like,
Right.
"Okay, I'm good at this, I might as well do it and make a crap ton of money." I mean,
Yeah.
I don't blame him. I don't blame him,
Absolutely.
to be honest
I
with you.
I mean, you hear about players that like and there's been players at Orient where they've fallen out of love with a game, but they're coming to the end and they want 1, 2 more years, maybe last payday, and they come in and you can always just tell that they're not really fully there. You know, their
Yeah,
heart's not 100% in it. They're just there to get that last paycheck, and you can tell. You know, it shows in their football. But then to hear like Ben White, who's you know still young, you know he's not been around that long, and
yeah,
apparently that's always been the way. Like he just doesn't like football really out of playing, like out of like he's as you said, just a career. You know, it's not like he's passionate about watching football and stuff like that. Like you think most players probably watch a lot of football as well, and obviously love the game.
yeah. I
It's
think
weird, man.
players like that are not that personally and heavily interested, I think some of those end up being really good managers
Hmm.
because they just take a more pragmatic approach to it.
Yeah, that's a
But
good point.
yeah, I think this is a perfect segue to go into Arsenal and
Oh,
the fact that they lost the League Cup this past weekend.
hmm, hmm,
Um, I caught most of the game. It to be honest, it was kinda eh,
yeah,
as those type of games go. It wasn't really exciting,
hmm.
but, then Man City popped up with 2 goals within a short span,
Yeah, it was quick,
and
wasn't it? 16, 64th minute, right?
yeah, it was Nico O'Reilly in the 60th and the 64th that sealed it for Manchester City.
Is
What
that
do
the
you
start
think of
of the
that, man?
decline?
I maybe. You
Is
think
that
so?
I mean, I can't see Arsenal not winning the league. That would be
Unfortunately.
monumental, if they screwed that up now. But they still could, let's face it. They've still got to play City. I think City has still got another game in hand as well. The problem is this season is that Arsenal have done well this year. I mean, I know, as a Liverpool fan, you're not gonna wanna hear that.
Yeah,
But they've done well.
I've
But
made peace with us not retaining anything back in November when we got smacked by Nottingham Forest at home to
yeah.
Sean fucking Dyche. 3 how? How? And
That
then you
still
have the
hurts. That still
manager
hurts.
and you have a manager that fucking goes on the camera and says, "I don't know what's wrong." It's your job to figure out what's wrong. What do
Mhm.
you mean you don't know what's wrong?
Yeah.
They're playing long ball against you. Tell your players to head the fucking ball.
I think Slot lost. He started to the decline started for me. I don't know what game it was. He came out after the game and he started like slagging off players basically
Uh-huh.
and having a go. And I think, oh, was it Ekatike? He'd
It was
scored a goal, taken off his shirt,
yeah, he
and he
called them
kind
stupid.
yeah. And I think from that moment on, I felt like that was the decline. You know, when you
Yeah,
start calling out players in that way, I think that's never normally a good sign. You know, that doesn't normally work. There's only certain managers that can get away with that. You know,
yeah. Unless
and
you a lot of managers, really good managers, I don't think they really did that.
no, it's not normally the way. You
Uh-uh.
know, especially when you won the league the year before.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah. But, back to Arsenal, I think they'll win it. I don't want to be one of those fans just because I'm a supporter of another team to discredit what they've done. They've always been strong defense, which
hmm
you'll give them that. But I think a lot of people don't like them. It's because of their style of play. It's
hmm
like Tony Pulis on steroids. It that's what it is to
score
me.
from a corner.
And just sit back.
Yeah, yeah,
Good
yeah,
luck.
yeah, yeah. But I think, as an Orient fan and as I would take that every single week at Orient.
Yeah.
As long as we win, I don't care if we play the most boring football there is. As long as we win, I don't care. But I get the point. But there's just been no one else to chase Arsenal this year.
Uh-uh.
City have not been, they've just not been the City that they normally are. And we can get into the possible point deduction that might be happening this season or next season. That might have something to do with it. Pep doesn't seem to be the same Pep that he normally is. He
No.
definitely seems to have that. The pressure seems to be immense for him at the moment. You saw how he celebrated after the cup game, the League Cup game. He was, and I know he's probably playing some mind games as well, but he was like over the moon. I know that
Yeah.
cup's a big thing to win. It's always big to win a cup, but and he was like the fifth. He's won that 5 times now, the League Cup,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
It is a big deal, obviously, but out of all the cups, we know for big clubs like you, that's not always like, you can win that cup and still have a terrible season. It doesn't make your season when you're a big club.
Yeah. Like Jurgen's last season.
hmm
We won it, but our legs fell out from under us, like, in March,
hmm
and we just dropped I think it was we were, like, 6 or 7 clear at the top of the table by that time, and we just ran out of fumes. It's always nice to win a cup. Like, when it's the day of the final and your team is in it, you completely forget that it's the energy drink cup, as some people call it.
Yeah.
It's still silverware, and
Yeah.
you could see, like, it's still important to the players because it's another medal they could put on their mantle.
hmm
And personally for me, winning those 2 league cups the past few years under Jurgen, it was fun. I
hmm
had a blast with my friends watching the cup final, celebrating the goals, and I think it's always nice when your team can
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
the local fans can have a day out at Wembley.
hmm
You
hmm
can't go.
Absolutely, man.
It's always a good time.
And Newcastle won it last year,
Oh, they smacked the shit out of us.
and
Oh
yeah.
my god. If you wanna talk about signs of a problem that you see right now for Liverpool as a
hmm
team, Newcastle gave the blueprint of how to kick the ever living crap out
Yeah.
of this team.
hmm
They were physical, they played balls over the top. We just couldn't handle
It
Newcastle.
was massive for Newcastle as
Oh,
well.
yeah. Oh,
That was
yeah.
such a big deal. It was their
Yeah.
first cup in like a million years, and it you saw
It
the
was like
whole, the
70
whole
or something like that, right?
yeah, it was a long
Yeah, it was
time,
nuts.
and the whole
I
town was just
Yeah,
it was ju
during the game, I was irritated, but after we won, it was like, "Okay, like, this is their first cup in, like, 70 something years."
Mhm.
It is what it is. You get over that cup loss pretty quickly.
Yeah, You've had a few. You've had a few good days.
Yeah. I still am frustrated about the Champions League from the 21-22 season that Courtois like just saved everything. There were some shots that was like, dude, how did you get a hand to that? And it takes a second. It
Mhm.
was just that lapse of concentration for a second, and Vinny Jr. scores that goal, and just on the day they win, and they were not the better side. That's just how the game goes, you know.
Yeah,
You know,
man.
you can bitch and complain about it, but it's
My
just small
my,
margins.
my brother's a big Newcastle fan. He's an Orient
Yeah,
fan, but he's
yeah,
also Newcastle as well. That's his prem team, and he has been since he was a kid. Like before Alan Shearer, even he
yeah.
became a Newcastle fan, and the reason was because we had a border collie, and she was black and white, and he saw
Oh,
the Newcastle kit, and he was like, "I want that one," and since then he's loved Newcastle as well. And that meant so much to him, that cup win. Like that was huge. I don't know if he went. I can't remember if he went there. I don't think he did. The tickets were extortionate for Newcastle fans, but I don't know if he
yeah,
went. But we have been to Newcastle. I've been to the Newcastle Stadium to see a game. Incredible fans. They really is. The atmosphere there is amazing. And it was so big for him to win that cup. You know, so
yeah,
it is an important cup.
yeah. My goal is when I get enough money is to go to Anfield and sit or stand in the Cop because most people stand, um, and just watch the match, sing and scream my heart out, and
Mhm.
just have a good time. It's hilarious because I'll be sitting on my living room couch just watching the match, and sometimes not sometimes, more often than not, we get the frickin' lunchtime kickoff, which is I have to wake up like 6:30 over here to watch the damn match. And I'll be sitting there on my couch. My wife is watching me, and she's like, "Why are you screaming?" I'm like, I can't help it." Like, when the
Why are you
chants start
crying
go
now?
Yeah, I know. It's like when the chants start going off, like, doing it with them, and it's like, you don't even notice that you're doing it.
Mhm,
It's
mhm.
like, you just get so sucked in.
Oh, man.
It's hard
I'm
to explain.
I'm a pacer, so when I watch the O's play, I pace. I find it hard to sit still a lot of the time anyway, but I'm like, I'm on my feet, I'm walking, and my wife's like, "What's the matter with you?" And they'll always say this. They'll be like, "Does this really affect your life?"
Yes, it does.
Yes, it does
It
actually.
does.
Yes. If we lose this game, I'm gonna be depressed for the next week until we make
Dude,
it.
I'll
Yeah,
literally it'll be like I'll sit for the first 15,
yeah.
and then the rest of the game, I'm like this in front of the TV, like I'm the fucking manager.
Yeah, and you start pointing.
Just point
Yes, yes,
It's like, "Pass
get
the
around him,
ball."
get around him.
And then
Oh yeah, man, I do it, and then you
yeah,
just catch in the corner of your eye your wife staring at you like
yeah, what the hell did I
so
marry?
just they're so unattractive right now.
It's like that video I sent you of the guy watching the, England game. He's like,
Yeah.
"Okay, now pass it to Sterling. Okay, Sterling, now pass it to him. Now pass it back. Sterling, pass it back. Pass it back. Now
Yeah.
Sterling, don't dive." He did it
Well, we all think in our minds we're all managers, right? We've all got our own ideas. We all think we can do it. Even now, I still think I can play, but, but
The hamstrings say otherwise.
yeah, yeah, absolutely, yeah. When you feel them tighten, but back to Arsenal, I can't see them not winning the league, even though you can't put that out of the
Oh,
possibility that they
they'll win
they
it.
could bottle it again. You never know.
Yeah.
If City do beat
But
them,
who would win it aside from City?
it's only City in it. That's the
Only
only
City.
the
Yeah.
only I mean City Haaland's not firing at the moment. If Haaland was like normal Haaland, you still kind of believe, but he's gone, man. I don't know what's happened to Haaland. He's really I know Semenyo's doing quite well at City, and they're still probably going to win most of their games remaining, but they've not given Arsenal anything to worry about, man. And I think,
No.
I mean, you never know. You never know. I can't see Arsenal winning the Champions League. I don't know why. I
Mhm.
I just feel like Bayern Munich, or I just can't see them getting over the line with that one. But the league, I think they're going to do it.
What do some people call Real Madrid? The Devil Club or the Voodoo Club and all that stuff.
Mhm.
As long as they're in the competition, it's hard for me to
My
see
Siri's come up again. I don't know why my Siri keeps going.
series of Arsenal.
Sorry, man. It started playing an episode. What's going on? They're trying to sabotage this man. What the heck?
Oh,
Did you hear that?
that's funny.
Where have you gone, man? Oh my gosh, what's happening? Right, I'm back. What the heck? Did you hear that?
No, thankfully I didn't.
My Siri came up and then it just went, okay, playing songs from your library. And it started playing a Let's Get Freaky episode. What's going on?
Let's Get Freaky's jealous.
It never, yeah, it is so. Are you doing another podcast? What are you doing? That's bizarre.
The
What
ghosts
the
are upset with you.
heck, bro? Guys, look, I'm still doing Let's Get Freaky, okay? Jeez. Sorry, man.
Yeah, no worries. But
What's we saying?
with Arsenal, I could see them dropping points, but the problem is I don't see City capitalize
No.
those drop points.
Mhm, mhm.
It'll be an interesting run in, but on top of that, you have the looming potential 60-point deduction for City. So if that hits this season, that'll drop them to 20th. I think they'll be on 1 point or like 2 points,
Mhm.
and they'll get relegated down. And I think that would just all but confirm Arsenal as
Yeah,
champions, right? Because I don't think anybody is
absolutely.
close to them.
No.
But wouldn't that be funny and kind of sad at the same time for Arsenal?
Mhm,
Because
mhm,
people will say, if that does happen, just think of the narrative that will be in the media and in fan media. Well,
mhm,
you can't
mhm.
say anything, Arsenal. You had to win your most recent league title because City got a 60-point deduction.
Yeah.
Could you
I mean,
imagine that?
they're all people are already saying stuff like that anyway to Arsenal. They're saying you're winning this in the year where no other teams really hit good form. None of the top 4 have, like, challenged apart from Arsenal, really. But, I mean, the same time, I think the Premier League is maybe tighter than ever at the moment, where the teams in the lower half can beat the teams in the top 4.
Yes.
I
Yep.
feel like it's such a competitive league. Obviously, the Premier League, best football league in the world. It is so competitive now. I mean, you've got teams like Bournemouth that are thriving in the Premier League. It's so it, it, top from bottom is not as the gap's not that big now. I mean, I know obviously there's still teams like Wolves and Burnley that have struggled this year,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
it's what I'm saying. The gap is not actually so. That's why it's probably tougher for teams to go on runs where they're like winning every single game like Arsenal have this year.
Yeah. And teams like Sunderland,
Yeah,
they
exactly.
came up and you did not expect them to play the way that they play.
Mhm.
They play attacking football.
Good team, man.
And
Yeah.
they beat some bigger sides at home at the
Mhm.
Stadium of Light.
Yeah.
I have so many bad memories of that place, but oh god. Oh
As an
god,
Orient
who
fan, every place gives me bad memories. There's not many good
uh,
ones.
oh god, it's them and used to torture me back in the day. It was Sunderland and, Stoke.
Oh,
Stoke
Stoke.
City.
Nobody
Oh
wants to go to Stoke on a Tuesday night.
like,
That is the saying.
can't even
I
Messi do it?
Even Messi
Can
can't do
Messi
it.
can't do it.
Nobody can, man. Nobody can. You remember Stoke? Just a lap. He had that long throw that just
Yeah,
destroyed everyone. Yeah. And that was it. So that
yeah.
it's just their highlight reel was just a lap making these incredible throws and scoring from it, you know?
Yeah,
But
speaking of that, with long throws, that's kind of been the name of the game now. Like long
mhm,
throws, set pieces
mhm,
have
mhm.
been the decider of games.
Arsenal, that's how they've done it
Yeah,
this year.
they've are they the lowest? I can't remember. At one point, they were among like the lowest of teams that scored goals from an open play,
Mhm,
which is
mhm,
unheard of for a
mhm.
league
Yeah,
title chaser.
yeah,
But
yeah, man.
I think the interesting thing is with Pep, I think ever since Jurgen left, he kind of doesn't give a shit anymore because Jurgen was that one coach that could match him tit for tat. I
Mhm,
think if
mhm.
Jurgen had the same access to resources as Pep Guardiola, we might have seen Even in Germany, we might have seen like Bayern win, then Dortmund, Bayern, Dortmund. We might have seen Liverpool City, as opposed to like City, Liverpool, City for 4 years,
Mhm,
Liverpool, and then we're this season.
yeah,
I think you would have seen a more back and forth
mhm.
in that
What a manager.
aspect.
Great manager,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know?
yeah.
As
And he,
someone that's not a Liverpool fan, like, he's someone that is like he was great, great character, great manager.
yeah. You talking about Jurgen or are you talking about Pep?
Yeah, Jurgen. No, Pep's
Jurgen.
not a great man.
The Pep
No, I don't
tactic
like Pep.
Pep tactically is just on another level. He's come out and said that he couldn't take a team and build them up from nothing.
Mhm.
He's he's come out and said that. So
He couldn't do it at
that's why
Orient, could he? Let's face
no,
it.
he couldn't.
He couldn't do it at the O's.
Yeah,
That's
no.
Richie Welling. Shout out to Richie Wellings, the Orient manager right now. He's the best man. I've seen some good managers in my time, but he is. And we're having a bad season. This is coming from a bad season. I'm glad the O's have stuck with him because he's the man. I really do. Richie Welling. Sorry, I had to just
No, I hope you guys do well. I hope you guys keep pushing up because if
yeah. We
you
just got to
get your
stay up.
promotion,
We got to
yeah,
stay
just
up,
stay
man.
up and
Next year,
hopefully you
go
make
again.
some good signings, get promoted, and then come back up the following year. And
Yes,
you'll
Premiership, we're
they
coming, bro.
have they ever been in them? I don't think they
We've
were
got 1 year
they were were
before it
in the
before it was
90s,
called the
right?
Premier League. No, this is back in the 70s, I think.
Oh,
70s?
wow, okay.
Yeah, 60s or 70s. We was in the old Division 1. It wasn't the Premier
Okay.
League. We had 1 season, and I'm pretty sure, sorry about this, bro, but I'm pretty sure we beat Liverpool. We'll have to Google it. We'll have to fact check that. But I think we beat Liverpool. We beat Manchester United, I believe. And then my granddad used to tell me about this because he remembers it. He then we lost loads of players to injury, and we just,
Just
we
fell
went
out.
down. Yeah,
Yeah.
but we was like a championship club for most of most of the time before I was born, and then when I was born, we were like League Two for most of my life, and then
Yeah.
in recent years we've been League One pushing for the championship, but we've been on a roller coaster. We were seconds away from the championship in a penalty shootout, which we lost.
Yeah.
And then we got this Italian investor. I won't say his name because he's a scumbag. I believe he's in prison now. He's not a nice dude. He's a mobster from Italy. He bought the O's and he literally destroyed us. Nearly took us to. He did take us. We went to the conference and nearly went extinct. It was that bad. Um, and he was signing like ridiculous players at the time on big contracts.
Yeah, he
But
signed DeSena.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, stuff like that, man. Who got in trouble for stealing at Harrods, which is obviously a big shop in London. But yeah, so we were signing players like that, and he was on like 20 grand a week or something like that, something ridiculous. I think the rumor was, I don't know, but a lot of money. There was on a lot of money, these guys, but we were just not run properly and just nearly destroyed, nearly taken out for good.
No, I hope you guys do well. I always want like those they say smaller clubs, but kind of like the original, like the
Yeah.
older clubs that aren't part of like, the big like they call them like the big six mafia
Hmm.
and all that
Hmm.
stuff, the ones that have all the money pumping in. Um it's
Yeah.
always refreshing to see new teams come up. Like when
Hmm.
Ipswich came up
Yeah.
for that one season, I was like, okay, this is really nice. It's a shame they went back down.
Hmm.
But
Hmm.
it's always nice to see, a different team come up because it's always the same 7.
Hmm.
And then now it's always been the same teams getting promoted and relegated. Like you see Burnley come up and then they'll go back down.
Hmm.
You'll see Wolves have been in the league for quite a while, but now they've just kind of went to crap.
Hmm. Well, they went down to League One at one point.
Yeah, yeah.
The year we nearly went up, they won the league and we came third. This going back to that penalty shootout I was telling you about. Um, yeah, so yeah, and you're right. There is like an up and down of the same sort of teams. West
Like
Brom, they seem to
yeah.
be there.
Bournemouth
Teams
used to
like
do it until they, you
Bournemouth,
know,
yeah,
the
yeah.
Eddie Howe kind of stabilized them.
Bournemouth, my local team, and
Yeah, you're
they're
close
an
to the
example.
vitality,
I'm very close to the Vitality. They're my local team now, so what they've done is incredible. You know, they've always been a club that's like the size of the O's, basically. You know, until recent years, they were on the brink of conference. They were like nearly gone as well, and then they just went on this rise up the leagues, and now they're established Premier League team, top
Yeah.
10. You know, they're a really good side. They're just they're. I think the infrastructure there is really good, and that's what's so important with, as we know, every club. You know, you look at clubs like Tottenham now,
Yeah.
we're a huge club, and then we can get into that very soon. But they're a huge club that are now looking at the possibility of being in the championship. You know, it's a very big possibility that they could go down.
So if City don't get the points deduction this season
Hmm.
and West Ham get their shit together, which I don't think they will, and I know that you hope they don't. Didn't they lose 3-0 last week, or was it like 2-0?
Yeah, who were they playing
Yeah.
last week? I can't remember.
I
I've
can't
gone
remember.
blank. But they
I
did
can't
lose. Aston Villa. They lost 2-0,
Villa,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
It was yeah, I think it was Villa.
And this is the thing with West Ham. Sorry, bro. We used to get on quite well, Orient and West Ham, right? We were actually friends. And you know, I do know there's West Ham fans that do still go to Orient, and I know there's Orient fans that do go to West Ham. It still does happen. But there used to be like a bit of a bond between Orient and West Ham.
Okay.
And most people that I know from where I'm from are West Ham fans. So this is, I'm going against a lot of people. but but the Olympic Stadium, which most West Ham fans didn't want and still don't want, right, was between Orient, West Ham, and I think Tottenham was in the mix as well to get that stadium. And it sort of West Ham just turned on the O's when we kind of put ourselves up for it as well. They were like, "You can't have that, you know. You're a small club and all this kind of thing." And obviously we're smaller than West Ham. You know, we might not be forever. I think we're on the rise, but the Olympic Stadium is like a mile away from Orient. It's very close to Leighton Orient Stadium, and it was quite a big thing at the time. You know, between the Orient and West Ham fans, and there's kind of been a bit of a rivalry since then. You know, bit of
Yeah,
hate.
I think West Ham's like kind of West Ham. Okay, let me put it this way: West Ham at Upton Park used to be a scary place to
Mhm.
because the fans were so close. It was an old school ground,
Great
kind of like
stadium.
Palace and the Vitality. Those older stadiums where it's like everybody's packed in, the pitch is close to the fan. That like some players are not used to that, and that used to get to them. Like they don't. I think when they design these modern stadiums, they don't understand the impact the atmosphere and the fans have on the
Mhm.
opposition when they come there, because you can you ever watch, Ted Lasso?
I haven't. No, I
You
need to see
haven't?
this. Yeah, so many people are telling me about this. I
You have to
haven't.
watch it, because if you're an opposition player and you're already having a bad game, and you have 20,000 people calling you chanting at you, "Wanker, wanker, wanker," like, it's gonna get to you. It really is gonna get to you.
Absolutely. Absolutely, man.
Dude, like,
West
freaking Crystal Palace, like, that place mortifies me. I hate when we have to go to Selhurst. I absolutely hate it. There
Mhm,
was that time under Jurgen where we just smacked the shit out of them, but that's, like that's an anomaly because it's Jurgen. It's
mhm.
one of his teams. But everybody else, even City, going to Selhurst Park, once the crowd gets going and they get on your back, it's a different beast.
Absolutely, man.
I
Yeah,
love it, though. I love it.
yeah. Yeah, and you can feel that. It's great. Those atmospheres are really intense and really incredible. They're really cool. Sometimes at the O's, it can get quite. So I was telling you before we started, we've got flats on each corner of our stadium, and it kind of gives you that dome-like effect where it's like all enclosed. You know, there's no gaps, and that does add to the atmosphere. You know, when you've got 10,000 men, you know, screaming, and you. I know it's Orient's smaller than some of those Premier League stadiums, obviously, but
Right.
the charge is still there. You know, and
Yeah.
I know players definitely feel that, and it's definitely, you know, it is. I used to go to Upton Park actually when I was
Really? Okay.
younger. They used to do West Ham used to do kids for a quid, so it's
Okay.
literally a
Yeah.
pound.
Yeah.
And with Orient and West Ham never used to play on the same day. I think sometimes we do now, but it used to be the case that if Orient was at home, West Ham would be away. If West Ham was at home, Orient would be away. You know, that was always so. That's why there was like the
Right.
friendship there, and like you'd go
Yeah.
to each other's games. So I used to go to Upton Park a lot. are really like really cool. I know say what I want about West Ham now, and great fans. Banter aside, they are great fans, and it's a good energy, man. Good
You wanna
electric.
watch a good West Ham movie? Watch Green Street Hooligans
Oh, I
with
love
Elijah
Green
Wood.
Street, bro.
Such a good
Yes,
movie. Such a good
yes.
movie. And you wanna know why I like Derby County? Watch The
Yeah.
Damned United,
Oh, I've not seen
because
that.
you haven't seen that? That is
No.
such a good movie.
Yeah.
It's with, Brian Clough. I know he said some terrible shit after Hillsborough. In a few weeks, we're coming up on the anniversary. I'll just take a quick moment to say something about that. If you are an opposition fan and coming up on that day and you see people posting them, please don't be snide. Please don't say stupid shit because people lost their kids. You're not supposed to go to a football match and not come home.
Mhm. Absolutely, man.
That's and it's
Terrible.
not funny.
No.
It's not funny because people will post pictures of the press against the fence with like as memes, and like that shit's not funny. And I know in the UK you can get arrested.
Oh,
People
absolutely.
have.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
People
Yeah.
have. So just be respectful. We're
Mhm.
coming up on that anniversary. And not even just with the Hillsborough stuff, just like, with the United with the Munich crash. And there's banter and then there's just being a dickhead.
Mhm.
Don't do that.
Absolutely, man. And there's a lot of dickheads out there. That's the
Yeah.
problem. The best thing is to do is to ignore them. But yeah, you're always going to get it. But it's
Yeah,
horrible, man. To have that,
it is.
it's horrible to see stuff like that. I mean, yeah.
Yeah. I have a few more things to say about Tottenham, but I will say that just because like I wear this and I have, sometimes I'll, on Twitter and stuff, I'll have like a kit on, as my profile picture. The shit that people say to me just because I support Liverpool is just insane. Like it's
Man,
okay to make
people.
fun of like, if your team's doing crap, but once you take it to a personal level, it's like, come on.
Mhm. I
It's
think
not that deep.
the people that do that, man, I think the problem's really themselves. I think they hate
Yeah.
themselves and they go online and they give other people abuse and it makes them probably feel better for like half a second or whatever, but they're just pathetic, you know.
Yeah.
I get hate online. I get it, and it's I kind of lucky I just sort of can ignore it and it doesn't affect me. But I know it does affect a lot of people and it's horrible, and you've got to ignore these people, because they,
Yeah.
they they want your reaction. They want to upset you. They want you to buy it, and
Yeah.
just it's horrible. It's gross.
100%. And to go back to what you said about teams getting relegated and the potential of Tottenham going down, the danger is that if a team like Tottenham goes down, there's no guarantee that their players will want to stay. Because
Mhm,
I think when they get relegated, there's a something in the contract that they lose, like they get like a 50% pay cut. I
mhm.
don't think any of those players would do that. So those players would leave, and then Tottenham would be in a position that they'd be in danger to fall even further.
Yeah,
Look at
yeah,
what happened to Sunderland. I'm not saying like Sunderland's a massive team, but they were in the top flight
yeah.
for quite a bit,
Big
and
side,
then they
man.
dropped.
Leeds.
And teams like Leeds, like going down and staying there for, oh god, when did they go down? Was it like
It
2002 or
wasn't that
something
long
like that?
ago. Yeah, they were playing the O's for a few seasons. We actually beat Leeds at home, at their ground. We beat them 2-1, right? So this infuriates me. The score is actually still down as 1-1, right? That was the recorded score. But if I'll send you the goal that we scored. It was like that far over the line. It was like a foot over the line. We beat them 2-1, and it wasn't given.
What?
I think it was Boyd who scored for us. I believe. I might be wrong. I think it was Boyd, and we scored. We won the game, and it was never given, man. And that
That's
you know,
ridiculous.
obviously we don't have VAR in League One, which I'm happy about, but uh, we needed it that day. This is going back. I can't remember how long ago. Well, it was quite a while ago, but it still angers me, as you can tell. Going back to City as well. Sorry, man. That's the 30-point deduction. So 60-point
60.
deduction.
Yeah.
So I've if that happens this year, that would be wild.
Yeah.
I've heard they might do that next season, and if they do that next season,
That's
do
kinda
they stay
ass
up?
though.
I think they would
Do they
still.
stay? I think they would.
They would
if
have
we
to
put
win the league technically, basically, you know?
yeah, they would have to put up a 90-point season
Yeah.
because going off of this league table, Tottenham is currently safe with 30 points. So, if they get 30 points, like you said, they would have to have a 90-point campaign.
Yeah. Yeah.
And given last season and the way things go this season, I don't think Arsenal's hitting 90 points. Can they mathematically get 90 points?
I think so. How
I
many
think
games? There's like 7 games left, right?
there's 7 games left.
Yeah. So
So
I'm sure
they
they
could.
can.
They
Yeah.
could. Yeah,
Yeah,
they
yeah,
could.
yeah.
Yeah, 20 plus points to play for. That's if they run the table and win
Mhm.
but I don't think they so
No.
it might be like a 88 or 84 point type of
Would you like to see City win the league this season? Would you like to see that? I know
Would I
that's
like to see that?
yeah, would you
Okay.
like
No offense to City fans. No offense whatsoever. I would prefer to see City win the league title because nobody would care. And I don't mean that in an offensive manner. It's like it'll be okay, Pep Guardiola wins his like 20,000 Premier League title. Okay, wonderful. What's going on for next season? Who's playing in the Champions League? But if Arsenal win, it's like, oh, it's their first league title in what, 23 years? 20
Yeah.
20 something years. It's over
What was
20
it
years.
was
It's
it
22 years.
2006? Was it 2006 when they won the last time they won the title?
2003.
2003, okay.
2003. Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a
That wasn't their invincibles.
I don't think so. I think that was 2000. What a team that was, by the way. I used to love Bergkamp. I actually had a Bergkamp top. I had a lot of different teams kits when I was little. You know, I've always
That was
obviously I'm
0304.
a 0304.
Yeah.
That was the year. That's the
Yep.
last time they won the league. Okay.
They were the invincibles. A
Ah,
lot of draws in between, but they still
yeah.
don't lose.
Nobody else has done that since, man.
No, no.
Yeah.
That 2018 Liverpool team could have done just that one loss.
Who was it against? I can't remember.
City.
Oh, City. Ah.
City.
Pep.
Yeah. It was the margin when John Stones cleared that ball off the line. That was the defining margin. Going into that game, I said to my buddy, I was like, whoever wins this game is going to win the league. I told him that. He's
Mhm,
like, oh, it's just January. I'm like, whoever wins this game is going to win the league.
mhm,
And they won the league. There's certain games that take place with it throughout the season between first and second place that will determine who's going to win.
mhm.
And
Absolutely. Yeah.
what's interesting with this season is I think that hasn't happened. It's been more so like, okay, City lost, Arsenal won type of thing. But
Could that be the game that's coming up between Arsenal and City? I know it's still
is
the
it at the City? Is it at the Etihad or
I
is it?
think it's at the Etihad, I believe. I believe it's at the Etihad. But I mean, it's a shame really because you kind of want to see that photo line finish.
Yeah.
So we kind of want to see it. I want to see City actually beat Arsenal and just see how. Sorry, Arsenal fans, but just see how Arteta handles that little bit of pressure because I can't see Arsenal winning all their games now.
No.
I don't know why. I think there's a few draws in there. Yeah, you know, and I think it would be interesting if City did actually manage to get that win. Then they've got another game in hand as well, right? So, and it's still when you put it like that. I know it's 9 points at the moment, but
Yeah.
you know, it would start getting a little bit close. I think it would be interesting.
Yes, it's Arsenal's 9 clear right now with 70 points. City have 61, and City have a game. So they got the FA Cup coming up against Liverpool on the 4th. That's another goddamn lunchtime kickoff. Oh my god. Stop.
Yeah.
Stop it. I hate it. I want to sleep.
That's like me with the NFL, man. So I have
Yeah.
to watch the NFL at like 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah. It's the Sunday night football. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
So City have Chelsea. They go to Stamford Bridge. So it's Chelsea. This is for Man City. So
Mhm.
they play Chelsea, Arsenal, Burnley, Everton, Brentford, Bournemouth, and they finish off. I think they finish off at home to Aston.
Ooh, and I mean, I'm looking at Arsenal's schedule, and it's not easy, man. They've got obviously City, Newcastle, Fulham.
Ooh,
Fulham's not easy. London
no, Fulham
derby.
is it at Craven Cottage or
No, that's at Arsenal. That's at Arsenal.
Okay, then
Then they've got
maybe.
West Ham. West Ham are at home, and
West
that
Ham
could
are at
be
home.
West Ham seem to beat Arsenal. I don't know what, and Liverpool actually. West Ham
Yeah.
are one of those teams that somehow win those big games sometimes. And then you got Arsenal, Burnley, and they've got to play Crystal Palace on the last day.
Palace. Is it at Selhurst
Ooh,
Park or is it at
that's at Selhurst Park.
Ooh.
So it could go down to what we were saying, that atmosphere, because everyone's going to want to beat Arsenal. Because
Yeah.
there's this perception, and I'm sorry to say that some Arsenal fans, not all, but they're kind of
They're
big-headed.
unbearable. Yeah.
Yeah, okay,
They're unbearable.
they're
I watch
horrid.
I watch AFTV sometimes. They're unbearable on
Oh, AFTV's comedy gold.
Yeah, I love them
Just
though.
watch there is. Oh, my brother went to an Arsenal Newcastle game, and Newcastle beat Arsenal. And my brother was, so you don't see him, but he's in the background and he's very close to the cameraman filming. So
Yeah.
they're the Arsenal fans. They're interviewing the Arsenal fans, and they're all irated and they're fuming. And my brother, he's a bit crazy, and he's going, "Toon, toon." You can hear him. You can. He sent me the link, and I'm like, "Oh man, that's dangerous. That's a
brilliant.
dangerous game to play." But yeah, Arsenal fan TV is gold. But some of their fans, the perception is that they're kind of big headed. As you said, they've not won the league for quite a while now, since 2003.
Yeah.
And they're already kind of unbearable with some of the, and they've not won the league yet.
No, they haven't. And they would irritate me less if they stopped trying to say that Saka is on par with Mo.
Yeah,
He's not.
no,
He never was.
especially this season.
He's not.
Yeah.
No. This is
Mhm.
Salah's last season at Liverpool.
Mhm.
And I think he still has more goals and assists than Saka.
Yeah.
And
You
he
sent
was
me
benched for a time.
You sent me that stat this week, I think,
Yes. I
where
think I did.
Salah's actually done okay this season. It's only because last season he was unbelievable. His stats are actually pretty good this year as well. He's actually scored
Yeah.
quite a lot of goals.
Yeah, it was oh no. It was Embuemo. So Embuemo at the time, I think I sent this to you on the 21st. So it was last
Okay.
week. It said signing of the season, Brian Embuemo this season, 13 goals and assists. Terrible season, Mo Salah this season, 17 goals and assists.
Yeah. I didn't realize he'd scored that many this season.
Yeah, and he spent some time on the bench, and sometimes he was completely dropped out of the team. And I think, but going back to Arsenal, I think they're gonna win the league. I think the problem is that their fans have been, like you said, unbearable on social media. I'm sure
Talking about
there's some lovely Arsenal fans. I'm sure
a
there
few.
are. Yeah, but the ones all over fan media.
They were talking about the quadruple, and
Yeah.
they haven't done that now. That's now off the table.
No, that's off the
Yeah.
table.
I know they've never won the Champions League, as the Champions League is now. They've never done that. I know they've won Europe years and years ago, but not the Champions League.
Was it a Europa? I don't think they've ever won
No,
a
they've never
European
won in Europe.
trophy.
Yeah, I
They've
don't think
never won
not
in
not
Europe.
in recent years. I know back going way back, I think they have, but not in recent years, like in the current system with the Champions League and the Europa League, they haven't. And that's something that they really want, obviously.
Yeah, they won the Intercities Fairs Cup in 1970 and the Cup Winners' Cup in 94.
Yeah. Because I work with Chelsea fans as well, and Arsenal and Chelsea, and the arguments that they have is immense, and it's great to watch. I like to get involved, but the Chelsea fans will always say, "You've never done Europe, though. Champions of
Yeah.
Europe. You'll never sing that. You'll never sing that." And that's all you hear. So they're desperate to do that.
Yeah, and
Obviously.
I think the quality in Europe right now on the continent is just drastically better than what we have in the league right now. Just because of what the style of play turned into, that set piece style of play, that bruising style of play. There's no Pep Guardiola style of play right now. Even Pep's teams are not really doing that. They pull it out every now, but now it's not like it was 5 years ago even. It's drastically different.
Yeah.
So if they do advance to the final, they have to get through Barcelona and they have to get through Bayern Munich, right?
Mhm.
That's a tough
Tough.
ask.
Yeah.
Do I want us to beat PSG? Yes, I do. Do I think being pragmatic, if we play like we did against Galatasaray at Anfield, I think we could match any team. But the fact that you were alluding to earlier, these players at Liverpool we're talking about have down tools. I think they've down tools
Mhm.
because they don't
Mhm.
want to play for. I don't know what happened between last. I would say this issue started from getting smacked by Newcastle
Mhm.
in the cup final.
Mhm.
And it's been well over a year
Yeah.
that from that span, we've only had like a 50% something
Yeah,
of
it's
that
not been
sort.
good.
It's not been
Do
good.
you think he just kind of got big-headed because he won the league the year before? Even though you could argue that that was like Klopp's team still.
It was.
Yeah.
It was. The
So
only player they brought in was Key.
this is like the first year that he's made signings. You know, it's kind of it's more his team, and he was slagging off the players as we said, which is
Yeah.
never a good move. Never a
No,
good move to
no,
make. And yeah, I think you're right. I think he's probably lost a lot of the dressing room. A lot of people are not giving him 100% that and it
no.
shows. And I think that's obviously that's the problem at like Tottenham as well on the other end. I think they're a lot of their team you were saying might leave if they go down, which is very possible. But I think even if they stay up Tottenham, I think half their team want to go anywhere as well. I think
Yeah.
the infrastructure there is clearly not good, you know.
No.
And I think
I don't know how they fix it.
yeah, I don't know. My granddad used to say it starts at the top. It starts with the chairman,
Yeah.
starts with the CEO, and it's not always the manager. You know, the manager is obviously very important, but the whole infrastructure's got to be right. And I think that's why clubs like Bournemouth do so well because from the top to the bottom they're one, and it's like they're together. You know, you look at what happened to Bournemouth. I know we're going off into another tangent, but Bournemouth lost their whole back line pretty much.
Yeah.
This and they
Yes.
started again. That you would
Yep.
put them down. They're going down this year. That's what we're all thinking. You know, they're going down. They've done unbelievable. They've rebuilt. They've just sold their best player in January, Semenyo, and they're still challenging, and they're still looking like they could finish very high up in the league. You know?
That's why I'll never take the excuse of a transition season for a one of the big teams.
Yeah.
I will never accept that excuse. You signed Isak Ekitike, Florian Wirtz, Milos Kerkez, and who else did we bring?
Uh,
Mamardashvili was a goal we signed the previous season for this season. So those four players right there, if you can't utilize them properly, that's a you problem. That's
mhm,
not a team problem. That's a you problem because you don't know how to manage the egos. And I think that's what he's struggling with. I
mhm,
think the reason that we did so well last year is one, we kind of stuck to um the training regimen that Jurgen had in place and he made some tweaks to it because Jurgen's teams used to train like balls to wall. And that's why they would get injured so often. I think they adjusted that a little bit for players available. But if you go back to the first game that they played last year, and this is what I'm talking about with man management, Kwanzaa doesn't have a good half. He yanks him at halftime against Ipswich, and you don't see him for like 6 months. That's not good man management. That's not good development of the player's skills.
mhm,
If you
mhm,
explain to him, okay, this is why I'm taking you off. I want you to work on this. Then he made the substitution. But like, if he doesn't like you, he just bombs you out the team. He'd
mhm,
rather run his players into the ground than use his players. Fucking Jurgen Klopp won a league cup with kids. The nickname was Klopp's kids.
mhm.
See, the problem is I don't want him to be Jurgen. I just want him to be himself. And it seems like he tried doing that this season and it just doesn't seem like it's working.
No.
Which is okay. Not everything you can't put what do they say, square pegs into round holes. If it
Mhm,
doesn't work, it doesn't work. What I don't want us to do is to go into next season and do the same shit again. And you're put in a bad situation because if you miss out on Europe 2 years in a row, players are not going to stay.
mhm, mhm,
So a lot of those big name players are there because they want to play in the Champions. That pull from winning the league title like doesn't last very long unless you do it again.
mhm,
So like I know a lot of people attack managers personally. I don't like doing that, but I just feel like if the manager doesn't have that connection with the fans, and understanding, like, this is our expectation. Liverpool's style of football, which I would say for most, like, every team has a style of football that they have always played. It doesn't matter what the manager is. It was always that high octane attacking type of football that Liverpool has always played. If
Mhm.
you look at our history, you look at the strikers that we've had, you look at the midfielders that we've had, we'll score a lot of goals. Under his system, we'll be on a counter attack and you'll see like Soboslai on the ball and he's like telling people to no, you have like a 3-on-2, thread the ball, play the passes. And we just don't do that this season because he wants to do this slow possession buildup, which is not working in our league. It'll probably work in the Eredivisie, but it's not
Mhm.
going to work
Do you
here.
think he stays this summer, or do you think he's gone?
I've seen a lot of back and forth. Like, I think it was yesterday, Ornstein came out and said that he has the full back. And then other, like, I think the one journalist, what is his name? I think Alex Hess came out from the Build that had the inside information on the Wirtz transfer to Liverpool, came out and said that they've been talking to Alonso and his camp to prepare them for a
Mhm.
transition in the summer.
Mhm.
So I think it they always play games with the media, right? So I think what they're gonna do is they'll keep him for the rest of the season. There's 8 games left. There's 2 more competitions to play for. I think they're gonna give that to him, and then at the end of the season, you'll see that post with the corner flag that, mutually agreed to.
Yeah, it's always the corner flag.
Yeah, I know.
You see that, you're like, "Oh, bad news or good news? I don't know."
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Speaking of the corner flag, they just announced ticket price increases over at Ant.
Really?
Yeah, I
What,
think,
a big increase?
I think it'll be I forget the percentage, but over the next 3 seasons, there's gonna be, like, price increases for the fans, which I think they've frozen them for quite a while,
Mhm.
and they're saying to, like, offset the cost of, I guess, stuff going on in the world, um, they're gonna have to increase ticket prices, and it's like,
Mhm.
why? Your match day you're not Liverpool does not live and breathe off of their match day, like, ticket revenue. If anything, it's the TV revenue that we get.
Mhm.
That's our bread and butter.
Yeah.
That's why we have to qualify for Europe. That's why we
It's
have to do
huge.
well in the
Yeah.
yeah. So it's all about being on TV. It's the TV money that's
Mhm.
doing all that stuff. I like how fans in the UK push back against ticket prices.
Mhm.
They don't do that shit
And
here.
I go to the NFL in the UK as well, and that's it varies in price, but I've noticed it's gone up a lot in the last few years. Like, you can pay a lot of money for, like, a bog standard seat, like, a lot of money. And I know it only comes to NFL, like, 2 or 3 games a year in the UK, so they're gonna sell them pretty much, but it's a big everything's going up, we know, which sucks. Um, oh, yeah, that's not good, man. Come to the O's. You get a good season ticket at the O's.
Yeah, I might
I
have
think
to.
it's £400 a year, maybe, I think, something like that. I've got a season ticket anyway.
Really? That's
Yeah,
it?
man.
Oh
Yeah.
my
I
god.
think 450 it might be.
That's not bad.
Yeah, yeah.
Dude, I spend that, like, on a car payment. That's not bad at
And you're seeing quality football. Well, that going back to the Orient West Ham rivalry, that was like another big reason why there was a bit of a fallout between clubs, because uh, the when West Ham first moved to the Olympic Stadium, they were offering season tickets cheaper than Orient. So you were going to get
Oh,
a cheaper seat to watch Premier League football than, League One football, and that
yeah.
was like a big wow. That was another big reason why there was a little bit of hate. Not every seat was cheaper, but I think you could get some of the seats at West Ham were cheaper than Orient, which is wild.
It's not even
Yeah.
profitable.
No, no, they just wanted bums on seats, I think. I think that was the because a lot
Yeah,
of people didn't want to move to the Olympic Stadium. A lot of West Ham fans
yeah, yeah,
still hate it to this day.
yeah, they should have just stayed at, Upton.
Mm,
Yeah, I
great.
don't
Yeah. The
like
Bowling. It's great.
like
Great
Everton
stadium.
moving to the Dick down by the by the docks.
Yeah.
They should have just did renovations to Goodison. It's
Yeah. That's what Spurs did, wasn't it? They stayed at White Hart Lane. They just kind of switched it around a bit.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
you're right. That's why they played at Wembley for that. few seasons.
Name another club that's played home games at Wembley. I'm gonna put you on the spot.
I couldn't tell you. O's.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah. I can't remember what year it was. It was a long time ago, but
Long
I
time
can't
ago.
remember why it happened, to be honest. We need to Google it, but the O's actually had home games at the old Wembley back in
Oh,
the day. For
back
some
in the
reason, I can't
day.
remember why. Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Also, the second oldest club in London as well, the Mighty O's. Fulham are the oldest, and then Orient are the second oldest. So, sorry, I'm just bigging up the O's a little bit. Sorry, man. Can't help it. And as well, another Orient uh, trivia question for you. We were the first football club that a royal family member went to watch.
Really?
Can't remember what king it was. Should know really, but the king came to watch the Mighty O's, and it was the first
Really?
time a royal had been to.
Which king?
I can't remember. I should know this.
Yeah, I'm putting you on the spot now.
I'm gonna say I'm gonna say King Edward, but that might
King
be wrong.
Edward.
It
Damn, that
might
was
be
back in the day.
that might be wrong. I need to Google that.
Alright,
What king went to Orient?
what's the oldest club in
Oldest club in England, I believe, is Notts County. I
is it?
believe. Again, double check because I do get facts wrong, but I believe that is the oldest club. I know the oldest club in London is Fulham, but I believe the oldest club is Notts County.
Apparently, it's
Oh no!
Sheffield FC,
Oh,
1857
sorry. Yeah. So I think that's the oldest uh, club that's still in like the league.
league,
But
yeah,
Sheffield FC are, yeah, you're right. They are the
yeah.
oldest club, the first club.
I think this has been a fun first episode. We
Oh, bro,
went a
it's
little
been
bit all
great.
over the place, but I
Yeah,
think we got to the topics that we wanted to cover.
absolutely,
What are
man.
your predictions for, I'd say, for, like, the rest of the season? What do you think is gonna
Okay.
happen?
My predictions for relegation in the Premier League. I think obviously Wolves and Burnley are done.
Yep,
It's between obviously West Ham, Tottenham, and Forest.
yep,
Leeds are not out of it either. I think that there are a few other teams that could get dragged in still, but predominantly, I think West Ham and Tottenham are the two teams that it's going to come down to. I think Forest are going to get themselves out of it. They've hit a bit of form. Um, I think it's going to be insane, but I think Tottenham could go.
yeah.
I think Tottenham could go, which would be wild. You know, they're talking about bringing in Sean Dyche. I don't know if you heard that.
You said
That's what I've heard. That's the talk on the street, is that possibly Sean Dyche is going to come in for the last remaining games to see if he can save. And who knows? West Ham seem to be a team, and they're playing Wolves next as we record this. West Ham are playing Wolves next, which is a game that they probably should win. I think if they don't win that, I think West Ham, it could be West Ham. But
yeah,
I'm predicting Tottenham, and it would be wild. It would be insane. On the other end of the table, I think it would be monumental, even for the Arsenal bottling team that we that we call them. I think they're going to win the league, and that's it. Maybe the FA Cup as well. Can't see them win the Champions League. But that's my guesses at the moment in the Premier League.
yeah, I think Arsenal will win unless they would have to have a monumental
Yeah.
bottle job, and if they do, I have this waiting for them. You can't really here's the bottle. I got the bottle waiting for you.
It
No,
could definitely happen. It could
yeah,
happen. Let's face it. Arteta is kind of known for this kind of thing to happen. The big
yeah,
thing. Should he have played Kepa in the final? I get why he did, but he probably shouldn't have done. Play your winning team. You want to win. It's a cup
yeah,
final. You've got to win, and that's the problem maybe with Arteta. Maybe he's very loyal to his players. His players obviously love him for that
yeah,
reason, which is important as well. But you've got to win. You've got to be ruthless. And I think sometimes that's obviously Arteta's problem. They could still, in the back of their minds, are they thinking, couple of draws, it's back on.
it's happening again.
It's
Yeah,
happening again, man.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's, one of those things that really does affect players. Like, real quick, I will say, um, Alonso came out no, was it Alonso? Yes. Alonso said Xabi Alonso said that the loss to Milan the second time around really affected their campaign the next season. He said that if they won the Champions League the previous season going into the next season, they probably wouldn't have dropped as many points as they did when they were in the title race against United.
Mhm. Mhm.
And the same thing for I think it was might have been James Milner or Jordan Henderson that said the same thing for Liverpool. If we did not win that Champions League in 2019, we do not go on that run that blows the league out the water that
Yeah.
season. And they're like 20 points, 23 points clear by February. So it's one of those things to look at. Who knows how this cup loss will affect them? Maybe it'll have the opposite effect where they're like, we're not doing this again. We're gonna focus on the league. I think the way things are going now, I think they might win it. I think it'll take an immense bottle job for them to lose it, but that's always within the cards. As far as relegation goes, the 2 are set, Burnley and Wolves. I wanna say West Ham's gonna go. I think that Spurs might pull out a couple wins that'll save them. As funny as it would be to see them go down because I have friends that are Spurs fans, I would harass the hell out of them.
We're evil, aren't we?
Yeah, yeah. Dude, I had my one buddy had a friend that was a Leicester fan. Well, he's
Oh.
still a Leicester fan, and they won the league that
Mhm.
once, and he just didn't stop talking shit, and then they got relegated, and yeah, I think it'll be you remember a couple seasons ago, Everton were, like, in real danger, and then they, like, ended up staying up. I think
Mhm.
that'll be the same case for Tottenham. As far as Liverpool goes, if we don't win the next 2 league games, uh, they I know they wanna give give them to the end of the season, but they gotta cut ties and call up Big Sam. I'm
Mhm.
kidding.
Bring in Big Sam.
Oh, Sam Allardyce.
Well,
Oh my
he should get the Tottenham job till the end of the season. He'd keep him up. Or
Is he
West Ham.
retired now, or do you think
I don't
or
know
is he
where he is. I
yeah,
actually don't know. He's got a great record for England though. One game, one win.
100%
100%. 100% win rate. What a manager. Big
Oh,
Sam.
shit, before I forget, we're going into the World Cup too, so that'll be interesting
Yeah,
to
man.
talk about.
We got a lot to talk about, brother.
Yeah. But I think, this has been a good inaugural episode. I don't know, man. Maybe we'll do these bi-weekly,
Mhm. Yeah. That'd be cool,
and
man.
do like a roundup, of the results and stuff.
Mhm.
And this is fun, being able
Yeah.
to talk football with
Absolutely, and there's always
somebody.
something to
It's
talk about. There's always something
always,
going on,
always,
you know? So
always.
we can talk a lot, brother. I love it,
Last
man.
question for you. If
Yep,
you were a Liverpool fan, would you give Slot another season or would you sack him at the end of the season?
I'd sack him.
Sack him?
Yeah. Like you said, I think his attitude has sort of changed this season. We've seen a different side to him, and I don't think it's sitting well with the fans, with the players. Like every Liverpool fan that I talk to, like yourself and other people, that they all want him gone. There's clearly not that connection there, and he seems to have lost a lot of the players as well. So I would want him gone. I'd want a fresh start. He
Yeah.
done well the year he won the league. Fair
Yeah.
play. But that arguable that was very much Klopp's team still,
Team.
and that played a big part. So, yeah, sorry, you got to go, bro. Sorry, man.
Yeah, you heard that, FSG?
Yeah,
Tommy has spoke sack him,
I've spoken. Yeah, and I'm
sack
never
him.
wrong.
We'll see what happens. We got 8 games left, 7 games left, 8 for some others. I think it's gonna be a good run-in.
Mhm.
We have an exciting Champions League ties coming up, so I'm looking forward to that. So, I think it's gonna be a exciting end to the season, man.
Absolutely,
Be a
absolutely.
good time. But
Let's
folks,
go.
thank you for tuning in for our first episode of Let's Get Footy. We'll try to have this on a bi-weekly basis, maybe depending on how things go, might even be a weekly basis. But I'm Chris. That's Tommy. Go check out our other channels. I host the Wandering Road podcast. Tommy hosts the Let's Get Freaky podcast. If you like ghost stories, if you like cryptids, you like anything paranormal and strange, you could check us out there. And Let's Get Freaky will be on all podcast platforms: Apple, Spotify, YouTube, wherever you get your podcasts, and it will be a video medium for those that like to watch their podcast. If you want to get a hold of us, for now, we'll do that on the YouTube channel. Tommy will get some social set up for the folks if
Absolutely.
they want to message us and talk some football.
Absolutely, bro. For
Yeah.
sure. Awesome stuff, man. I've loved this, bro. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. And thank you to everybody that tunes in for our inaugural episode. I hope you enjoyed today's show and I hope your football team does well.
Yeah. Unless you're a West Ham fan. Sorry.
Unless you're a West Ham fan.
Up the O's.
Up the Reds.